Outside in the woods, a cool breeze stirred. Inside the boxcar, the 4 Alden children were hot from their hard work. Finally, 12-year-old Jessie stood up. "Now that is what I call clean," she said, smiling at her 2 brothers and her 10-year-old sister Violet.
"And neat,"
her older brother Henry said.
"I'm glad you thought of this,"
he added, turning to Violet as she gave the pillows a final pat.
"It'll be fun to come home from an adventure and find our wonderful boxcar so shiny and nice,"
Benny said.
"Look, even Watch is hot and tired from our work."
"Watch is a lazybones,"
Jessie said fondly.
"He didn't do anything but watch. That's his job. But he loved our boxcar from the first,"
Violet said, smiling down at him.
"Remember how we found him when we came to live here after our mother and father died? Watch is really one of us."
"Then why can't we take him on this adventure with us?"
Benny asked.
"Come on, Benny,"
Henry said, patting his little brother.
"Who ever heard of a dog traveling on a paddlewheel boat up the Mississippi River? Anyway, Watch has stayed home to guard Grandfather's house before."
"I know,"
Benny said, nodding.
"but I'm going to miss him anyway."
Outside, the children stretched in the cool New England air.
"Now, we'd better go back to Grandfather's house and pack,"
Henry said. Then he laughed.
"Can you believe that once we ran away and hid from our own grandfather because we thought he was mean? I don't know how we could have been more wrong."
"Maybe by taking lessons,"
Benny said soberly, who thought a lot about lessons in school now that he was 6. Violet laughed.
"Who ever heard of taking lessons to be wrong? It's more fun to learn to be right."
Jessie said,
"Grandfather says his friend Cap Lambert was a riverboat pilot for years. He knows all sorts of wonderful stories about the Mississippi River."
"And his log cabin where we'll visit is 100 years old,"
Henry added.
"Staying there will be a real treat."
"Cap Lambert has to be a wonderful man,"
Violet said,
"to invite us to visit him when he hasn't even met us. I like him already."
"And I like the trip up the river to his house, too,"
Benny said, breaking into a run.
"Let's go pack."
That next morning, their grandfather glanced at the 4 brightly colored suitcases in the back of his car.
"I wish I could go along on this trip with you," he told them. "But business is business, and I know you'll enjoy my friend Cap."
"I hope he'll enjoy us, too,"
Jessie said quietly.
"Didn't you say he has a son of his own?"
Mr. Alden nodded.
"A very nice boy named Jason. Of course, he's a grown man by now. But he and his father had a big disagreement when Jason was quite young. They haven't even seen each other for many years."
"What did they disagree about?"
Jessie asked.
Cap wanted Jason to be a doctor or lawyer. Jason only wanted to be a sailor like Cap himself,"
Mr. Alden replied.
"Jason ran away and did what he wanted and never came back."
Benny snuggled against his grandfather.
"I'm never going to leave you,"
he told him.
"Except for adventures,"
Henry put in, grinning.
"At least you'll fly with us as far as St. Louis, Grandfather,"
Violet said.
"Will you come right back home from there?"
Mr. Alden shook his head.
"I have business in the South, but I'll be in touch with you by phone. Of course, Mrs. McGregor will be here taking care of the house and Watch. I'll call and check on them, too, as I always do."
The Mississippi River was only a quick taxi ride from the St. Louis airport. Benny, holding his bright red suitcase, stared at the huge paddle wheel steamer.
"Did you ever see so many flags?"
Violet cried.
"And listen to the music."
Her grandfather laughed.
"What better way to celebrate the 4th of July than on America's longest river?"
"And the 3rd longest river in the world,"
Jessie added. Then she smiled.
"I only know that because I looked it up."
A stream of people were moving up the decorated ramp. At the top, a group of ship's officers stood waiting.
"Can you come aboard with us?"
Jessie asked Mr. Alden.
"Just for a while?"
"I wouldn't miss it,"
he said, smiling down at her.
"I like being able to imagine where you are in my mind."
Henry, feeling very grown up for 14, handed their tickets to the blonde officer at the desk.
"Welcome aboard,"
the man said, nodding at the children. Then he turned to their grandfather. "Greetings to you too, sir. The captain's assistant asked to see you as soon as you came aboard. He has a message for you."